Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got some lovely hero, hey? Massive victory for the people in the UK, and let's get into it. Let's see what he
So
has to say.
people in the UK just scored a big win. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's start with this meme. I thought this was pretty funny.
This
What's
is
it like
funny.
living in the UK? I can't complain. That's good. No, I mean like I literally can't complain. I might go to jail.
Yeah.
Yup, the sad
Bro,
state
this is so retarded. Court rules asylum seekers must be moved from hotel. Wait, what?
things. But hey, like I mentioned, there's some good news today. We can see BBC saying court rules asylum seekers must be moved from hotel. Let's check out some of this. Then we got some
Okay.
other sources we'll go to. But yeah,
Yeah, the fact that they could go to jail just for complaining about their government in the UK is fucking wild, dude. Like I said, holy shit, talk about massive censorship and straight up propaganda farming. Like, goddamn, dude. Yep, you send a message in a private Discord server between you and your friends about how the UK sucks and its ass cheeks, and yeah, the police come a knocking, they put you in cuffs, and they take you away. What a time to be alive, right, lads?
They say asylum seekers are due to be removed from an Essex hotel after a council was granted a temporary High Court injunction blocking them from being housed there. The injunction was sought by Epping Forest District Council to stop migrants, aka people illegally coming over to the UK and trying
Good.
to say that they are seeking asylum, even though that may not be true and they're just doing it to gain this.
Bro, in my opinion, seeking asylum shouldn't be a thing unless your country is like in a war or some shit. Like unless there's like a massive war between two countries, you shouldn't be allowed to seek asylum no matter what, in my opinion, because it's just so easily abusable. That or just reform it massively to where you have to go through this extensive process to actually be able to qualify to seek asylum. Because the fact that it's just this easily abused is fucking insane.
System on taxpayer dollars, but you all know how that is.
Yeah.
I digress. They say to stop migrants being placed at the Bell Hotel in Epping, which is owned by Samani Hotels Limited. Thousands of people have protested near the hotel in recent weeks after an asylum seeker living there was charged with SA to a 14-year-old girl in the town.
Like I said, dude, it should be harder and stricter to seek asylum. And if you come in illegally and you immediately play the defensive, oh, I'm seeking asylum, they should still send your ass back and be like, all right, seek asylum from over there, and then we'll get back to you.
Mr. Justice Ear made his
Because
judgment
it's
after
fucking
refusing an
ridiculous.
11th-hour effort from Home Secretary Yvette Cooper to get the council's case dismissed. Asylum seekers must be moved out of the hotel by 1600 BST on.
In my opinion, he should be killed on the spot, realistically. Because if he's willing to do that while seeking asylum, quote unquote, who's to say he won't do it again? Nothing but a pedophile right there trying to abuse the system. Should be killed on the spot, in my opinion.
On 12 September, the judge ruled. All 80 rooms at the hotel are seemingly occupied, and as of last month, it was home to about 140 men. The Home Office had warned the decision would substantially.
Of course, it's 140 men, quote unquote, seeking asylum, and of course, yep, they're illegal, so you don't know where they are, you don't know what their backgrounds are, and you sort of have to take it all at face value. And I say, fuck that shit, you know? Fuck that.
Impact its ability to house asylum seekers in hotels across the UK. And of course, many people are saying, well, the answer is to just deport them.
Yeah,
And it's also
send them
important
back.
to note that to fit the definition of asylum, someone would need to be fleeing persecution in their home country or fleeing war or.
Yeah, see, like, someone who rapes a fucking 14-year-old girl isn't fleeing for persecution in a bad way. They're probably going to be arrested and killed on the spot, depending on what country they're from, because different countries have different rules about that shit. But, you know, honestly, he should be fucking publicly executed. Fuck that shit, dude. He raped a 14-year-old girl and is pretending to be the victim by seeking asylum. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Scum of the earth.
Being a
Shit's
political
disgusting.
refugee, the sort of thing, etc., etc. And many of these people trying to immigrate into the UK are lying about asylum status to try and
Yep.
game the system on taxpayer dollars. Even crazier, the government is aware of this and they're going along with it anyways. For
Yeah,
example,
fuck the
the
government, dude.
Telegraph had wrote, asylum seekers have been allowed to escape deportation and remain in the UK despite being found to have lied about their cases, court documents show. Immigration judges have accepted that migrants challenging their
This is why I'm in favor of all the immigration raids here in America. All the ICE raids. Because look at this shit. People are literally lying, and the government is doing nothing in the UK about it whatsoever. So yeah, no. These people shouldn't be allowed in. And if they're lying, they should be immediately kicked out and barred from ever entering the country ever again. That's how I see it.
removal have deliberately lied or provided evidence that was not credible, but have still granted them the right to remain under the European Convention on Human Rights. One judge allowed a 54-year-old Zimbabwean woman's appeal against deportation, despite evidence that she would do and say almost anything to try and fabricate a means to remain in the UK.
It's fucking wild.
Convicted for deception in a previous asylum claim, the woman later concocted a political blog criticizing the Zimbabwe regime so that she could claim she would be persecuted if returned. Another
Bro,
illegal
that's
migrant
so
escaped
insane,
deportation
dude.
despite lies about how few relatives he had in his home country of Sri Lanka. Told as part of his legal argument that it would breach his rights to a family life under the ECHR to be returned there. In backing, 52-year-old Poos
Bro,
Pong
all these people should be immediately sent back. No ifs, ands, or buts. Fuck it. They're not even citizens. They're there illegally. Holy shit, dude. Why are you giving them the courtesy? Send them the fuck back. They have no rights in your country. Let them face the justice of their own governments. And if they die, fuck it. Guess what? Tough luck, buddy. Maybe you shouldn't have lied in the first fucking place. Maybe you wouldn't be in this predicament. All these fucking consequences are because of your actions. Why the fuck do people have to cater to you? Why does an entire government have to cater to you, who's quite literally just eating up the tax dollars and not contributing anything to society, living off a fucking welfare check and Section 8 housing and shit like that? It's fucking insane. Like, dude, kick them the fuck out. Send them away. They don't deserve this shit. This shit is reserved for people who are actually in danger, actually being persecuted, who might actually be killed the moment they get returned. You know? People like fucking North Korean defectees are the ones who could qualify for this shit. Because if they were to get sent back to North Korea, they would be fucking killed on the spot the moment they get across the border. Like, dude, it's fucking insane that these people just come to a different country, immediately start lying to abuse the system and take the taxpayers' money. And the government says, oh, shit, well, we have to go through this entire legal process. Like, why? Why? They're not a fucking citizen. They're there illegally. Like, shit, man. Revoke their asylum status if they're fucking lying and kick their asses out. Shit. It's so retarded, man.
Green. Yeah. This gentleman appeal against deportation. Judges cited a previous ruling which stated that any court or tribunal must be very careful not to dismiss an appeal just because an appellant has told lies.
That's a
Oh, isn't that great?
bullshit.
You know, you would think telling the truth would
Talk
be
about fucking corruption at its finest, man. That's a load of bullshit. Oh, you just because they're lying, you can't. Yes, you fucking can. They're lying on federal documents. How the fuck is that not illegal? How does that not immediately strip you of your asylum fucking position or your status, and they bar you from doing that shit for the next 5 years? It's insane to me, as well as kicking your ass out. Like, bro, imagine if some fucking illegal came in to your house, started eating your food, shitting on the walls, pissing on the floor, and said, oh, you gotta clean all this shit up. And then they go into your bedroom, sleep in your bed, and fuck your wife. How would you feel about that? Or husband, or whatever the fuck you're into. How exactly would you feel about that? You'd want to kick their asses out. Like, it's fucking stupid, man. They come in, they abuse the system, they fucking lie to get in, and the government's like, oh, well, we have to go through a certain process, treat them like they're actual. No, you fucking don't, man. Why are you giving non-citizens the courtesy of being a citizen when they don't even contribute to the government? They don't contribute fucking shit to the country. All they do is take. Like, it's fucking wild, man, that the government is just like, oh my god, dude. It's because they're in cahoots. It's because they're in cahoots. They're in cahoots. They benefit from the abuse. It's fucking wild.
Critically important matter in a system built upon someone fleeing persecution from their home country. But apparently, to some of these UK judges, that really doesn't matter. Let's
Yep.
just go along with it and have the
Fucking nothing but a
taxpayers
bunch of
front the bill.
liberals.
No problem. I'm sure they don't mind. The hotel side of all this stuff is also very shady because the hotels are getting paid by the government to house these
Yep.
migrants, which in turn causes their occupancy and their revenue to skyrocket. And it really makes you wonder if
fucking
there's
insane,
any
dude.
nepotism going on behind the scenes too, with regards to how these hotels are picked.
Talk about massive fucking corruption at its finest, dude. Talk about massive corruption at its finest.
Moving over now to GB News, we've got some on-the-ground reporting about how Britons are celebrating this news. We'll get right to
Good,
that.
they
The caption
should
is,
be.
history has been made in history that could be rolled out right across the country. Patrick Christie's reports from outside the Bell Hotel in Epping, where migrants will be evicted within 2 weeks after a high court ruling earlier today. It takes us to the video.
Patrick Christie's, we've sent him over. Patrick Christie's, we've sent him over to Epping. He will be taking us live and speaking to the protesters in a few minutes.
Look at that shit. Clear them out. Good. Good. Shit, man. No one wants people here just abusing the system, getting essentially free housing and free money at the taxpayer's expense. Like, shit, why should I, as a taxpayer, have to pay for some bumblefuck who's quite literally gonna be unemployed the rest of his life, living on welfare, not contributing anything, not even bothering to look for a job or some means of providing for himself, just because he knows that the government's gonna keep on giving him free money? Like, why? Why the fuck should I have to pay taxes then? Why? Why is my money going towards fuckface who's here illegally living for free when every other fucking American or other fucking citizen of the UK or whatever country you're from that's suffering from this is quite literally fucking just getting shafted in the ass with prices of with like grocery prices, fucking housing prices, gas prices, everything's just going up and shit. And oh, they get a free check every month that'll cover all these costs and more. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. At my expense, at the taxpayer's expense. It's fucking retarded.
Minutes, but give us a flavour of it, Patrick.
Oh, well, hello, we are live from the Bell Hotel in Epping. How's everyone doing? Well, this is an absolutely historic moment. There is a jubilant mood here tonight because history has been made, and history that could be rolled out right across the country. The country is going to owe the people of Essex and the people of Epping a massive debt of gratitude because today's court ruling could be rolled out in every single migrant hotel across the country.
Really quick.
Good. Fucking good. Good. It should apply to every hotel in the country. Realistically, no fucking hotel should be getting subsidized from the government to house illegal immigrants. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. If they can't pay for the hotel, maybe they shouldn't fucking be there. Simple as that. Especially if they're there illegally.
No, this is hilarious. You see the sign in the background that says clear them out? About 8 to 9 months ago, there was a manga that released called Drama Queen.
I remember that shit. And people were fucking losing their minds over it. It was so retarded. They were like, oh, it's about like immigration and whatnot and all this shit and how immigration is bad, and look at everyone like in all these very liberal states or liberal countries, they're like, yeah, no, immigration's fucking terrible. We're getting shafted. We're paying the cost for it. Meanwhile, prices are going up, housing's going up, and no one can afford to live except for these illegal immigrants that are getting subsidized by the government. Yep. They're getting subsidies. They're getting that welfare check every month. And it's like, oh, great. The illegal gets it, but the Americans that are actually struggling can't get jack shit. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
And a lot of certain types of Redditors, you know the type, were very offended by that manga, saying it was like anti-immigration and like racist and whatnot, because the main characters are trying to get these aliens that are essentially invading Earth. Like,
bro, they're killing aliens and eating them. That's the premise of the manga. 2 kids are killing aliens and eating them because the aliens did them dirty. Because the aliens are treated like holier than thou and shit, and it's fucking wild, dude.
out of Japan. And one of the quotes that that the Redditors were like getting the most upset about was "clear this city." And they were like enraged by this manga and that quote. And that sign is just making me think about it. I can already imagine like some Redditor types seeing this video and seething at this, and that sign right there saying clear them out. So it's just
We already know those types of Redditors. We already know who they're going to be. They're going to be the supposed socialists of the world. The people who are like, oh no, this is bad. Why wouldn't you want to redistribute your wealth? Meanwhile, they're sitting in a room in a gated community with their designer clothing on, their designer chain, designer watch on, with their fucking designer glasses as well, with their Zorro One Piece Zorro rug on the floor, and a straight up like $1,000 custom neon sign that says their channel name, you know, Hassan, Hassan. But you know, just me. Sorry, had to clear my throat. Had something stuck in there that I really needed to get out. But yeah,
icing on the cake for me. A little bonus comedy. Excuse me for the tangent. Let's continue on.
The people here have stood up. They've had enough. You can hear cars beeping. I mean, this goes all the way back. Let me just talk to someone. Let me grab someone here that we can talk to. Who wants to be on the telly?
damn, this is just a small group of people that they can only capture on the camera. He's saying that it spans for blocks. Holy shit, man. People are fucking cheering this shit on. Let's go. Can't wait for all of them to get a visit by the police and get fined, and maybe some of them get thrown into jail.
There's a lady in pink. There's a lady in pink at the back here. Now, the pink ladies have become absolutely synonymous with this movement here. How are you? Are you okay?
Thanks, yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe, how do you feel today, Joe?
Elated, just delighted that you know, it's paid off. We've been here week after week protesting, and it's worked, and we're all just so happy.
And this is what it's been about, you know, save the kids, protect the kids, you know, and we don't want to go into too many specifics, the active court case, but some incredibly dangerous allegations that have been levelled at a couple of people that have been inside this hotel. This is a victory for the women and girls, I think, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, just to keep us safe, that's all we ask for.
Can you guys believe this overt Nazi rhetoric right now? Like, I'm just so mad. I can't believe this. That was a joke, by the way. I know there's gonna be like.
I know exactly what you mean. Hey, I know exactly what you mean. I can't believe all these fascists would come out here to protest for actually protecting kids in meaningful ways. Don't they know that the government already instilled the Child Online Safety Act? Or whatever the fuck it's called in the UK. Don't they know that that's already in play to protect your kids? You should be clapping, applauding the government for censoring you on the internet and arresting you for expressing your freedom of speech, you know? Because it's all for the sake of the kids.
Comment that takes what I just said seriously, so let me just say that's sarcasm.
Not these people. That's,
absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, let me see if I can rope someone else in here. Jamie McIver's with us. He's actually a regular on GB News. Someone with a megaphone at the back there, just in case you couldn't hear them. So, Jamie, what does this mean today?
This means so much to the people of it. How do we all feel, Epping? Because when we were told not to protest, what did we do? And when they called us far-right Nazi scum...
Dude, I love memes about that.
There it is. You're a fascist. The good old defensive. You're a fascist. Oh, you don't like what the government's doing and how they're just fucking you in the ass? You're a fascist. You're a Nazi. What a fucking joke, man.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I said it because it's been happening, but it's funny. I mean, I'm not surprised he would bring that up because, like I said, it's been happening, and yeah, it's just always funny to laugh at. I appreciate him bringing that up too right now.
What did we do? We ignored them because we're not. We have been peacefully protesting, Patrick, week in, week out. We were told not to. Everything was against us. Everyone was against us. But do you know what? Nothing can beat the British people and their spirit. This constituency once had Sir Winston Churchill as their Member of Parliament. This is a constituency that knows when something is of national importance. And Epping has just done something very big today. And the whole country now, wherever there's a hotel, people need to peacefully protest. They need to frankly ignore their local councillors that tell them not to protest.
Yeah, weren't they trying to make, like, Not an
Yeah, because those are the people that get paid for all this shit, dude. They get the most money because they get, again, government subsidies for that shit. Why? Because they're the government. They'll essentially insert Obama giving himself a medal meme here. They'll essentially do that. That's essentially what they'll do and shit. And they'll just pay themselves off. They'll pay off these establishments, the hotels, and they'll just end up fucking shafting the American, not the American, the UK taxpayer dollar. They'll hike up taxes. They'll take more money out of the citizens' pocket to cover the costs of these illegals. And honestly, the citizens are tired of that shit. Because instead of it going towards like roads or better education system for children, you know, or lowering the fucking prices of like food and shit, it'll go towards illegals as in the form of a welfare check and free housing in these hotels, as well as subsidies for these hotels, meaning the hotels start making bank without actually having to do anything.
exclusion zone. I forget the term they were using. Something like that, though, right? They're like, oh, you can't be within this close to the hotel. How dare you? You can't speak out against this stuff.
And they need to go to those hotels, and it's all about women and safety of our girls and our children.
Absolutely. Well, look, on that note, just before we came on air, there was a bit of a chant. Was it protect our kids or save our kids? Is that right? Do you want to get that up? Because they're going to come back to us in a minute, so we might as well send us out with that chant, shall you? Go on.
Save our kids! Save our kids! Save our kids! Save our kids!
Notice the difference of them quite literally just standing here on the sidewalk, not blocking the road, as opposed to the insanes that will quite literally block the road, sit there, take to the streets, impede traffic. Look at the massive fucking difference, man, between a peaceful protest and nothing but of being a fucking public nuisance.
Well, there you go. That's the strength of feeling here in Epping. It's back to you, Michelle.
I'm still just laughing at that sign, dude. Clear them out. Clear them out. And that is today's news, guys.
Yeah, get them all out. Get them all out of here.
Congrats to the people of Britain for this great dub. There is still, of course, more to be done, but this is a great thing to see. So once again, congrats to all of you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fucking massive petition with over, like, what, 200,000 signatures? 200,000 or 400,000 signatures to, like, replace the prime minister and whatnot and hold another election going on, and they're like trying to remove it, but it keeps popping up and it keeps like filling up overnight and shit. So yeah, it's like, bro, this is a nice little small victory. I wouldn't call it a massive victory. Like the issue is, this is a good victory, but at the same time there's still other issues that need to be addressed as well. But this is a big W.
And thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate the support. See you in the comments here and in the next one.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, fuck. We have people tweaking the fuck out. What the fuck? Hey, yo, what the fuck? But yeah, it's fucking insane, man. Bruh. But yeah, it's a nice little victory, you know. They're getting all these fucking child molesters and these fucking pedophiles out of the country that are entering illegally, you know, under the guise of seeking political asylum, which is great, you know, because realistically, in my opinion, they should be fucking killed off on the spot, you know. But I know some people might view that as extreme, but it's like extreme actions require extreme measures, in my opinion. But yeah, this was an interesting one. This was a nice one to see. Finally, like, after all that stupid shit about the online censorship, it's nice to see them actually do something fucking good instead of just being an utter fucking dumbass and constantly just shafting the citizens. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And remember to be safe out there. Protect yourselves. Protect your kids. You don't know who's roaming the streets nowadays. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.